Hello and welcome back to another video right here on the channel. So it's the first week of a new month, which means only one thing: retro content. So last month we featured the top 10 Sega Master System games. This month we're moving up onto the 16-bit platform, the Sega Megadrive. So the Megadrive went head to head with the guest of next month, the Super Nintendo, for dominance during the early 90s. To be honest, both machines had their pluses and their minuses. But yeah, hey, I'm going to here just to showcase my own personal top 10. Like you returning folks know, it's just my own, the games I played, the games I really rate. There's going to be a couple of little surprises in there, if most of you go around and have a look at like the so-called big top 10s or whatever, but my series, my top 10. All right, kick back, stick on your nostalgia specs, and let's have a look at my best top 10 Mega Drive games. Let's start this month's top 10 with FIFA Soccer. So this is the very first iteration of the game that we all now get every single year on our PlayStations and our Xboxes. There was nothing like it at the time. Football games were basically top-down affairs like Kickoff or Sensible Soccer, or side-on like John Barnes Football or International Soccer, to name a couple. This was just like revolutionary at the time. Like I say, the viewpoint, it didn't have that many teams. The controls were fairly simple, but it didn't need to be any more complicated than that. This was a game, like all soccer games, that you sit there on a couch with your mate and just play all night. I've got great memories of this one. Number 9, Desert Strike. This, again, like FIFA before it, was another isometric view. It's quite a controversial title, this one, because at the time we had the Gulf War going on. I think it's back in 91. And you were basically a helicopter pilot going into the desert, doing various sorties. You'd be sort of flying like rescue missions and seek and destroy missions and stuff like that. Despite the isometric viewpoint, this played really well. It had a weird control system. I think you sort of push left and right to turn left and right, and you push forward or like up to kind of fly the helicopter forward. The ABC buttons were your various missiles and guns and stuff. It was, nothing like it. Even today, I don't believe there is. I think you had the flight simulators on like things like the Commodore Amiga and stuff like that, like gunship and that, but nothing like this one. Just a classic arcade game. Just give it a whirl. Number 8, NBA Jam. I absolutely love this game. I loved it the day it came out, and I still love it now. It's 2-on-2, pure arcade action. Nothing more to be said. You can either play it in 2-player, as in head-to-head, or you can play a 2-player on the same side. If you play head-to-head, you control like your favourite player, and a computer picks up the other player. You've got 2 buttons, pass and shoot. I think you got a turbo button. If the other player, your teammate's got the ball, if you press the pass button, they'll pass it to you. If you press the shoot button, they'll shoot for you. Just a really tricky little game, but one of them where you pull a couple of beers out and just play some basketball. Absolute cracker. Number 7, Jam and Earl. I'm not really sure how to actually describe this game. It's a pair of like funky aliens who land on like a planet, and you've got to basically go around collecting items. You collect so many items and it opens the exit to the level. You go to the exit, a little elevator takes you up onto like the next level of the planet, repeat to fade. As each level comes by, it gets trickier and trickier, and I'll tell you what, you won't find a trippier game on the Mega Drive. You really won't. I highly rate this game despite it only being in like number 7. Just have a look at it. I don't think there's actually anything even out and about today. Just check this one out. Number 6, Comic Zone. So again, I think the Sega Mega Drive is showing a diversity of games that it actually had on it. This was really unusual. You played as like a guy within a comic strip, and you were like going along through the comic strip, fighting various baddies and finding exits out and moving along and going like left to right, up and down, stuff like that. It's really hard to describe. This one's best played to actually appreciate how good it is. Number 5, Sonic the Hedgehog. No Mega Drive list can be complete without at least one Sonic entry, and this is mine. This game was phenomenal. When it came out, there was absolutely nothing like it. Again, a testament to the Mega Drive and its quality of games at the time. This is just 100% pure arcade platform action. Go from left to right, collect rings, avoid obstacles, get to the exit. I couldn't say enough about this game. I haven't included the later entries, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, which by a lot of people's ideas are better games. But for me, I put it on the list here as my only entry because just how special it was and the memories it had. And it's my personal favourite out of all of them. Number 4, Streets of Rage 2. No list could be complete without this one again. I think there were 3 in the actual range, but for me, Streets of Rage 2 was the best one. It's your typical Mega Drive, side-scrolling, beat 'em up. You pick from one of 3 characters, and you just make your way across the levels, beating the heck out of bad guys, beating bosses and moving on. You can play in 2-player, where you both have a character each and go around and help each other through. It's probably a little bit easier like that. But this is just, it's an all-time Sega Megadrive classic. If you haven't played it, and I'm sure you have, but if you haven't, go along and play it right now. You won't find a better game in its genre. Number 3, EA Hockey. This game is just amazing. It plays so well even today. Ice hockey had been done on other machines before, but not like this. It was just so playable. You got a range, I think there's about 16 teams. You got USSR, USA, Great Britain, Germany. It was like international ice hockey. It just felt perfect to play. It was just the right speed. All the buttons are like pass, shoot and fight. Not fight, sorry, hit. You do like a cross check, slide into like your opponents. Sometimes that'll cause a fight. You go across the ice left to right, punching the heck out of like the other guy. Ice hockey at its very finest. Number 2, Madden Football. It's got to go along with EA Hockey for me. I think the two of them were actually released on the same cart at one point. This was absolutely brilliant. It was the first proper American football game I played. I absolutely loved it. It was unlicensed, apart from obviously Coach Madden. And the controls were perfect. You drop back with your quarterback, a little window come up, A, B and C, like for like the receivers who you're going to throw the ball to and stuff like that. I remember I actually set my own league up. I wrote out all the fixtures, and I'm a big San Francisco 49ers fan. So I played as the 49ers, and I went through about 10 weeks worth of fixtures, like a real season. And I actually won like my own little version of the bowl. Unbelievable. I mean, it doesn't stand up now, to be fair, if you were to put it up against like, the latest PlayStation or Xbox, Madden, obviously, but yeah, a real phenomenal title. If you're remotely interested in retro games and have half an inkling of American football, go and play this one. That's why it ranks so high here. My number 1, without a shadow of a doubt, Mickey Mouse and the Castle of Illusion. This game has so many memories for me. I was never really a platform gamer until I come across this. Sickly cute, like them all. You control Mickey and you've got to go across about 6 stages to rescue Minnie from the evil witch, Miserable, I think her name was. And again, it just got trickier and trickier as you went along. Just awesome platform and action, simple controls, but a hell of a game in there. I could have done like what most people would say, maybe put Sonic 2, maybe Sonic 3 at the number 1 spot here. But no, I refuse to budge. If there's one game I still play even today, it's Mickey Mouse and the Castle of Illusion. If you've not played it, just take my word for it, go and play it. In my opinion, probably the best game on the Sega Megadrive. So folks, that's another top 10 video wrapped up. Did you agree with my number 1? Were you surprised Sonic 3 never made it in there? What are your thoughts? Leave me comments below. Give me your memories of your Megadrive. Your favourite games, any games you really liked, games that you wanted but couldn't afford, because back in the day they were like about 50 quid, compared to like computer games, which are like a wee bit cheaper there and all that. If you're new here and you like what you see, consider hitting that subscribe button. If not, thank you for watching anyway. I do appreciate it. Have a look at the back catalogue for other retro content, top 10s, etc. All you returning folks, keep it retro. Like, share the video, and above all else, like I said at the end of every single video, guys, leave me a comment below, okay? So that was the Mega Drive. Next month, we move over to its arch rival, the Super Nintendo. See you next time.